Evan Williams, but you can't afford Jack Daniels or Jameson.
I don't know if this is actually cheaper or not. Oh, booze is expensive, it is. You never tip for those 2 coffees. It's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised semi-comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka Non-Parallel. Today's subject, Impoundcomics. Yes, they appeared on your TikTok recommendation page too. I've seen them on YouTube as well. They make actual comics too. The guy in the videos keeps mentioning it. A lot. Well, made comics. He hasn't made any, or released any this year, but Oh, they made he made a Kickstarter for the flagship series, Impound. He's called Impound because he used to work at an impound lot. It has nothing to do with his powers or anything. That's just his fighting persona, so that's fun. It was a 5-issue series. The 5th issue, I'm pretty sure you could have only gotten through the Kickstarter. So that's annoying. I checked on League of Comic Geeks. Only issues 1 through 4 were officially there. Issue 5 was not there. It was released through the Kickstarter and, the graphic novel thing, but yeah. They made a Kickstarter, the company made a Kickstarter for both the 5th issue and the graphic novel collection at the same time. Yeah, no, just one or the other. Okay. Yeah, and I've read some of it. A lot of it's on Webtoons. Well, the first 2 1/3 of the series. Wait. The first 2 issues and 1/3 of the 3rd issue are on there. And it's definitely a comic book. It's definitely a comic book about one of the most unique and clever tales of all time. About a professional fighter who's paid to take a dive. Does it take a dive? And then the crime boss takes it out on his family, and then he goes out for revenge. If this sounds like a story you've read or seen before, you have. It's, I'm just kind of hoping that the comic book, the official comic book version, is like better looking art than the Webtoons version, because it's very Webtoons. It was very Webtoons. But here's the weird thing about Impound Comics as a publication thing. They've released like 16 books since 2020. Of like, hold on a tick, I still have it here. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different series. All by the same writer. And they also have a store in Sacramento, Impound Comics, where they only sell, like, the comics they produce, as well as merchandise based on Impound Comics. I'm talking hats. I'm talking shirts. I'm talking mother-flipping skateboards. In case your mother, is a pro boarder and likes to flip from time to time. I don't know. It's her life. And yeah. How is he making money off of this? Like, I assume, I don't know how many people are involved in this, but it's like, should I assume the YouTube and TikTok channel are most of their revenue stream? Because, like, most of the books, you can only buy, like, 1 each, and, like, also, they don't say the page count for all the books. And yet the physical copies are all $10 with shipping. Yeah, no, No. These are like 20-page books, and the artwork is not good enough to justify that price. Even worse than the 10-page singles, you got the 40-page normal book, with $6 shippings. Not that weird for a book that's like 5 books in one. Probably should have made it like 35 or something, I don't know. Here's the thing though, it gives you the option of signed. That ups the price from 40 to 15. No. This is not your Kickstarter. This is your website where I'm buying it from you directly. You pay extra on the Kickstarter, but on your own website you pay normal frickin' price. Possibly, why are you even selling it only through your website? Did Amazon say no? Oh god, did Amazon say no? Ugh. And literally the only reason I know about this is because the main writer of Impoundcomics made a video about, how he hopes Doctor Doom isn't a variant, because we've seen too much of that. And then had the audacity to say one of the most annoying things in comic review videos I've ever seen. In my comic book, I won't even use a multiverse. Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you, like you're fucking special. I read your book. It's basically like John Wick, man. It's John Wick by way of Daredevil. It's fine, but it's nothing magical. Ugh. So I might be wrong about that Impound Comics thing and what the... 5... It says 5 released. Oh, okay. Yeah. I might correct myself on that Kickstarter statement. No, issue 5 was not released regularly, only through the Kickstarter. Yeah, but even so, I freaking hate when comic book writers say that their works will be better than this one. This is a comic book review, this is a comic book take, not an advertisement for your freaking works. Your works, which I'm kind of confused how you're able to publish so many of. Some people have even theorized that it's a money laundering scheme. Because I've seen the Impound Comics store video images from Sacramento, CA. That's a nice looking ass store. And you're able to sell an indie book that literally anyone, that no one would know about unless they saw it on TikTok or YouTube. Based on stories featuring characters that are just an amalgam of basic ass traits of other comic books. And I didn't want to rag on this at first because it's an indie book, but I feel that you have to have some sort of financial backing for a store like that, and with all your merch, if it was just t-shirts and hats, maybe, but you got skateboards, man. Skateboards. Kind of makes me wonder why you even needed the frickin' Kickstarter for the issue 5 in the compendium. You have money. Something's going on there. Ugh. Either way, I've enjoyed some of your YouTube and TikTok takes, but your comics are just fine, and also, why'd you go with telekinesis for Impound? Couldn't you have, gone with something like thematic or something, make like an energy hook or something? That would be cool. But no, he's just some guy who gets a steroid that gives him superpowers. Basically, like energy beam eyes and telekinesis, yada yada yada. Ugh. One of his main bad guys, Seraph. Also, you made 3 spin-offs to Impound Comics in the past 4 years, 4 or 5 years. One of which is Seraph, who's the second to main bad guy. The other is a daycare one. And the third is Ulan, the brother to Seraph, who was only introduced in Seraph's own spin-off, I believe. It's a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. Oh boy. I don't know how you're in business, but you're doing something right if you still got a name for yourself, Impound Comics. Either way, I'm not really that impressed. Read some better indie books in my time, ones that have something to say, ones that try something new, and this defo ain't it, man. Like, the only reason I know about it is because your main guy made a video about Deadpool and Wolverine. That's it. I don't care about your comic, I cared about Deadpool and Wolverine and Doctor Doom. Yeah. I am the only person that rated Impound #1 on League of Comic Geeks, which is basically comic book IMDb, and probably will be the only person to do so. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who's read it in the past 3 years. But that might just be my theory, I don't know. It's not the worst thing I've ever read, but it's nothing revolutionary either. Either way, focus primarily on Impound and stop focusing on those weird space stories. Like, who cares? Release more of the issues in singles, okay? It's weird that you can only buy, like, Impound as either issue 1 or the full collection. Give people the choice. And your autograph is not worth $15, Brent, whatever your face's name, Brent Sands. Possibly maybe even sell that storefront. You're an independent comic company. Like, you don't need a direct storefront. You need an office like Topps. Yeah. And once again, really don't want to rag on an indie book series, but, you know, what are you trying here? This ain't no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This ain't no Dex to look out for. This ain't no R. Crumb book. It's about a guy who makes a mistake, his daughter gets killed, and then he goes out for revenge. It's something that, it's basically the Punisher if he had superpowers. And if I wanted that, I'd just reread The Boys, or rewatch The Boys, yeah. Yeah. But, you in the audience, you might have a different opinion. Check it out for yourself and give me a full report. Either way, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Oh wait, I did it wrong. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with a bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk, fear the stabopotamus, and death to Kronos. I also probably just released the whole series on Webtoons. No one's gonna buy that book, man.